talking with assistant coach Kevin Braddock. First question I'm going to ask, it's senior night in West Branch. This is a class that you've been coaching since, well, for a long time. You've known a lot of the kids. It's not the biggest class, but it's a special class nonetheless. What can you say about these seniors?
Yeah, senior night's a special night every year. So there's 9 of them, kind of a small group. But one thing about, these guys, wins or losses, they've stayed together. They work hard. They're a bunch of good kids. I would think, that's a reflection of a lot of things, their parents, whatever it might be. But even though, we got 2 more opportunities ahead of us, and hopefully we can pull out a couple more wins yet. But even with, how we're doing here with just 2 wins thus far, they've kind of held it together. And, nobody's throwing in the towel. Just a good bunch of boys. They bring their lunch pail, do everything we ask them to do. And we're getting better. We're real close. So.
And then one more question on that line. It's a little bit more serious and somber, but this is the last full class that Coach Peterson had sort of his hand on. So can you see some of the reflections from what Coach Peterson was doing and some of that in these kids?
Yeah, for sure. Coach had a big influence on every kid he coached, whatever sport it was or taught in his day. So and it's amazing. I can think Cole Crossway, for example. It just seems like, and Ethan, and all of them. The 4 years go by so fast. And you're right. Coach Peterson is a big influence for all the seniors, us coaches and what have you. So I hadn't thought of that, but it is a special aspect of this senior class. Mm-hmm.
So the season probably hasn't gone wins and losses the way that you would hoped. But where has this team gained? What are some of the things that they've, from day one to day whatever we are at now, that some of the things that they've built on are getting stronger at, I guess?
Yeah, you're right. Wins and losses, but it's not always about wins and losses. So, and like I said, it's even though you wouldn't know coming to practice, I feel like, the team unity is still there. We're like I said, we're real close to something good happening. We're bound to have something good happen. They're working hard, even though, the scoreboard hasn't shown it a few Friday nights this year. I really feel like something's good's going to happen. And at the end of the day, wins and losses, you may learn more. The old adage of learning more from a loss than you do a win. It's going to make these boys stronger, and they'll get rewarded somewhere down the road, whether it's with the 2 more opportunities we got left here in the 24 season or down the road when they're at work or, have the family of their own and things are tough. You stay together and you keep trying to win. You try to win the day.
He talked about how good things are about to happen, and they have in bunches. Special teams playing really well in one game. Defense playing really well in one game. Offense playing really one game. When they bring it together, this is going to could be a pretty good football team as we go further game by game.
And you're spot on there. If we can put 3 phases all together in one evening, we'll be okay. And injuries and a few things like that. We're a thin team, with the 9 seniors, and the younger guys and the less experienced fellas have stepped in and done a fine job, which is good. That's what builds a program. So, even though we'll lose 9 of them, and those 9 have all contributed. Through the years, sometimes there's, maybe a guy doesn't get in a whole lot. They've all been, they all do something. Yeah. They all do something to help the team. So, and they've shown good leadership in that regard, that they stay the course. They stay the course, and something good will happen by their senior year. Ethan Miller's a good example.
That's true.
So,
one final question for you. I asked this of Coach Tiley a couple weeks ago, and now you. Coaching football. What makes one decide to be a football coach, and B, what excites you about being here each and every day?
A lot of stuff. We don't got enough time, right? But, practices are usually, 2 hours every night or plus. We started a little sooner this year in June with more things, which, added to that time. But it goes by so fast. A season goes by so fast. So when something's fun and you enjoy it, like I do and like the other coaches do, it's just rewarding. It's rewarding. Win or lose, it's rewarding watching the kids work together, have fun, and try to accomplish a win each Friday night. So it's a blast.
And from one bear to another bear to every bear out there, there's the lesson. No matter what, enjoying it, putting it all together, and in the end, go Bears.
Go Bears.